Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing today? God, that's loud. I look amazing, don't I? I look well good. Look at this place. Look here, it looks like a proper nerdy little setup. Love it. Anyway, guys, how's it going, man? This is a whole new layout. This is the final episode of, let's call it season one. Look at this camera. This camera's sick. It moves. It follows me around. Sorry, yeah, as I was saying, I get easily distracted. This is why this is going to be the final episode of my Say How It Is podcast, season one, let's call it. Just taking a little break. I feel like there's a lot of things that I want to do and bring to this channel that I'm not doing. And also just doing podcasts and stuff. I feel like I had to cancel a few guests that were kind of lined up for the coming months or so. Just because my head's not in it, really. There's a lot of things that I just feel like I can't bring on at the moment, and it just doesn't feel right for me. And plus, I don't even listen to podcasts anymore. Like, I'm not commuting to work, so I don't have that passion anymore, which is quite frustrating. Saying that, I'm still going to be uploading content. I want to be able to showcase my editing skills as well, my creative side of things. And now I've been doing a lot of podcasts and a lot of editing. I'm doing freelance work as well. I feel like there's a lot more that I could do with this channel, and that is where this will be heading. I'm not not uploading. I will be uploading, but it will be completely different to kind of uploading podcasts. I might even do little talk shows. I might even do little anything really, even vlogs. I've got a gaming channel as well, so I'm going to quickly plug my gaming channel. I've got a gaming channel. I'm streaming on Twitch now. I've got like 2 followers, but minor. So yeah, just thought I'll give you a quick update. This is actually a studio. I've actually created this whole studio for my podcast. I wanted to bring on guests. There's a nice little area for the guests. There's a nice little bit where I'll be sitting and kind of talking to the guests, talking about current affairs, talking about them, interviewing them. But my head's not in it. So why should I do something when my head's not in it? I'm getting older. I feel like my mind's evolving. My mind's I'm just growing up. There's a lot of things I just don't like doing anymore just because I find cringy. Which is, let me just let my dog in. What's the matter, Nico? You finished with your bone, yeah? What's going on, man? Do me. Yeah, look at my cat and dog. Actually, can you see it? I don't know if you can. Look at them. He runs the place. His name's Elvis. He runs the place. And then Nico has to obey him. Don't you, Nico? A little baby. Little baby. Right. I am doing a podcast, Nico, so fuck off. Look at him. That's what I thought. Yeah, so I've cancelled some future episodes. I've actually filmed one that I'm not uploading. Like at the beginning, my first episodes and stuff, I was fully involved. I don't even listen to podcasts anymore. I listen to some, but like not religiously like I used to when I was commuting to work. So I'm just not really motivated or inspired or anything to do podcasts, which is quite annoying. But saying that, I probably will come back, just not yet. Once I realise that I miss it and I want to, get people on. And I probably will, do some sort of podcast format sort of thing. If there's a certain topic that I want to really discuss with my friends, I'll bring them around here and then we just discuss that one topic. So that element will still be there, but I don't want to do kind of episodes and stuff like that. I just want to kind of do it my own way. For some reason, I feel like I'm really pressuring myself for no reason. There's no one pressuring me. There's no one telling me what to do. So I'm just like really, really in my head. So yeah, that's all stopping. Another thing I noticed about my last episode as well, I tend to, when I'm talking to someone, no matter what it is, I've noticed this on my last episode and I thought I'd just bring it up now so people probably notice it watching like my previous episodes. I tend to mirror other people, the way they talk. I don't know why I do it. It's a thing. It's actually a thing and I read about it. So you tend to talk like the person you're talking with without even knowing. You just kind of do it and it just feels natural. I've noticed, I was watching my last video, I'm like, bloody hell, man. The way I talk is so like like the person I'm interviewing or talking to. It was pretty cool. It was a cool little trait that I have, and I like it. Thought I'd bring it up so you guys notice it, innit? I want to talk about some current affairs and get some questions out of the way, and that is this episode done. The final episode, all over. No more feelings chat, no more nothing, you know? Right, so yeah, let's get into the first current affair. The Will Smith slap. I mean, I feel like by the time I release this episode, it probably it's probably old news now. But again, doesn't really matter. I'll do what I want. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that Will Smith thing, that was nuts. I have lost all my respect for him. I literally don't like. I don't know, man. Like when I used to look at him, mate, it's Will Smith. Like I know he had some thing going on. You know, Jada, whatever, however you say her name. Yeah, the entanglement stuff. That's bringing like, you know, putting some more. That's making Will Smith look even like. I feel like Will Smith's not really a public type of guy. I mean, it's hard. At the moment, what I'm doing right now is judging them purely from what I see in the media. And that is their fault. They kind of brought that onto themselves, really. It's hard not to judge someone that's so kind of high, you know, an A-lister. So I'm not being a bitch, but I am at the same time, just because they brought it onto themselves, you know. Especially Jada with the whole entanglement stuff. That wasn't needed. And now Will Smith is just sitting there like, fuck, man. Like he just released a book, and you know that's supposed to be. I was thinking about getting that book, but after this, I don't really rate him anymore. I don't like the guy anymore. Like I just found him very immature. The whole, you know, Chris Rock made a little comment, and then he went over there and slapped him up. Dumb. You're an adult, mate. You're an adult. Why? What were you doing? You know. God, look, it's gone quite dark. There we go. Oh, now you can't really see the writing on the back. This writing is so bright. Like, I need to find a better angle with my camera so people could actually see it. Yeah, let's get the slap on.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife.
This is the full video.
Nominated.
Look, he's cracking jokes.
Loses. He can't win.
They're all laughing. Look, he's making fun of everyone. She's slightly offended, which is fine. He's cracking up. He's loving him.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
Right. What I've read is that she's got a hair problem. I can't remember what it's called, but she's got some hair loss problems. And he made a joke about G.I. Joe or something like that, because I think that film that not G.I. Jones, whatever he's just said, I think that film's got that girl shaving her hair and stuff, kind of mocking her hair at the moment, because I think she's bald in this. Yeah, look. So that's what's happened, and Will Smith's cracking up. She's not. And I think at this moment, they probably didn't show it, Will Smith looked at her, saw her reaction.
That was a nice one. Okay.
Here we go.
Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
Look at him.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Took that really well.
Out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Cool. Angry.
Okay.
Oh.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Oh, bless him, man. Like, I feel like that could have been that. I mean, if you wanted to slap him, then all right. I mean, obviously, it's still wrong. Slap him after the show, not in front of everyone. You know, making him. It's just embarrassing, isn't it? Will Smith, a huge star, coming over to you, bang. It's just disrespectful, and it's very immature. It's yeah. So fuck Will Smith. I don't like the guy anymore. He thinks he knows it all and stuff. I know, yeah, you got to protect your family and stuff. I don't feel like he done it the right way. Do it after the show. Don't be a prick. Do it. I don't know. You just don't embarrass the kid. Not a kid. They're probably about the same age. Chris Rock's probably older. Yeah, I feel bad, man. They proper like that family. The whole Smith family is. I don't know, man. Like even the kids don't even seem that like connected to them. They all seem. Again, I'm judging them, but it's purely. Was that right? It's purely the fact that they're bringing it onto themselves. She's going to bring it up on the round table and stuff. you know, her little podcast show, whatever she's got. And yeah, I just feel like that was wrong. I feel like he could have done that after the show. He could have had a chat with him after the show. Maybe not bring on violence, but just, hey man, that was crossing the line. I want you to publicly apologise. Then yeah, he would have made a post on Instagram, Twitter. That was out of line. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but no, Will Smith just took the violent side of things. And that's wrong. I feel like Jada's controlling Will Smith and then looked at him and was like, mate, Tupac would have never took that. Tupac would have shot him up. I'm only mentioning that from the memes I'm seeing. I didn't make that up, so I don't want any credit for that. Yeah, that was, man, I don't know, man. I feel like that the whole thing is just weird. The kids are not connected to him. Like, I think Willow actually wrote a letter to Tupac. Look at that. Look what it says. It says, "Dear Tupac, I know you are alive. Someplace I think that my mummy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mummy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow." Willow don't even know Tupac. So her mum, Jada, must be bringing Tupac up all the time in that household. Which sucks. Like, why is the kids getting involved? Why are the kids getting involved with an ex? You know, it doesn't make sense. Why does Willow say stuff like, "I wish you was here, I really do"? Like, what's that about? That's weird, man. That's not your dad. Like, you don't even know Tupac. You weren't even alive when Tupac died. Like, what? A lot must happen in that household that, you know, obviously we don't know. And I don't know, man. I don't really like this Jada girl. I mean, I'm just judging. I'm just literally like the whole entanglement stuff. I know probably Will Smith's probably cheated in the past as well. He's not telling the public that, is he? Jada Smith is publicly telling people, look, I cheated on you. I had a little entanglement with someone. And yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like he's really bringing that image that Will Smith had proper gone down. Which is fine. Like, he's only human. And there's so much he can kind of control. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's happening behind closed doors, which is fair. A lot of stuff is happening behind closed doors everywhere. You know, I might seem happy. I'm bloody depressed. You know, this is why I'm stopping all these podcast stuff. No, but real talk though, I don't know, man. I just feel it's sad when a kid has to get involved. Never like with me. I'll never, if I'm stressed or anything like that. And this is what I would do. We're only talking about myself. This is why I'm judging, because I'm thinking like, right, if I was in these sort of situations, if I really missed an ex, I would never get my kids involved. I'll never get my mum involved. Keep that to yourself, man. I don't know. How's Willow know about Tupac? Why is she saying stuff like, if you was here, mum will be happy? What's that? What? How do you know that? Like, what's Will Smith doing that Tupac can do? You know what I mean? Like, Will Smith must actually be a really bad guy here, like, for her to even say that. You know, your own dad, not even, like, I don't know, man. They're all kind of disconnected from the family. It's weird. It's a weird household. I come across a video the other day, actually. I come across a video that some woman befriending a bee. How do you befriend an insect? How do you create that bond that I have with my dog, Nico, and even my cat now? Yeah. How do you befriend an insect? Something so small. Let me see if I can find that video.
And she more or less crawled onto it right away. I was working out in the garden. I turned round and I said, "Oh, there's a bee." And it wasn't till I picked her up and I kind of looked at her and thought, "You haven't any wings." And it was at that point I thought, how are you going to manage? So I gave her wee sugary water. In the garden, and I kind of hid her in there, and I thought, well, she'll maybe get some nectar from the flowers. Basically, I thought, by the time I got home from work, I thought she would probably have crawled off.
But the bee didn't move.
I found her.
So you pick her up.
Really
You pick the bee up.
You indoors and help you out. So I kept her in overnight.
The shivers, man.
Something
How do you do that?
Such a wee pet that, you know, she wasn't going to manage.
How do you do that?
Very well on her own at all, and she needs my help.
Don't kiss him. Don't kiss it. Don't.
I
What you
went
do?
and stood in the garden centre and watched what the bee liked. So I got some bits and pieces together, made an indoor retreat for her. It was actually a birdhouse, and I filled it with sort of nesting material. So she went in and had a look, yeah, and she sort of cozied herself inside it.
She took to me right away. Look, this is where it just gets weird, man. The whole her kissing the bee, stuff like that, like, it's weird, you know. We like, there's already a popular bee. We need bee in the country, in this world. You know, there's a shortage of bee in this world. You know, it's gonna be suffering. But we got people like you, which is cool. But you gotta let her out, man. Let the bee out in the wild. Don't make a whole little room for it to be cozy and stuff. Let them start populating. We need bees out. But regardless, this is weird. You don't befriend a bee. This is a 3-minute long video. What is there to watch?
She would crawl all over me. She would snuggle into my hand and sleep. You're a wee sleep now, are you?
That is actually quite cute.
Yeah, if I put my hand up and she just went up, and then she started just sitting.
Look at her. Oh, people.
I don't think I
It's quite cute.
thought at that time that we were bonding in any way. I probably was.
How do you bond with an insect? Like, how does it... It's an insect. Like, I'm sure it's like... There's no consciousness... Well, there might be. But I don't know, man. Like, me stepping on an ant, I wouldn't think about it twice. It would just be an accident. It's just, you know... I'll be running, and obviously there'll be ants on the floor, and I'm just running over them and stuff. Killing bare ants. Just because I know that I don't know why. In my head, I feel like there's no consciousness. It's like a fish. There's no consciousness. They just will go around, eat. There's no feelings. Like, a bee as well. Like, they just want to go out and suck on some pollen and stuff, no? Look at her. Some crooked teeth there, but it's fine. This bit. What's with this? The kissing bit? No, it's weird. I don't know, man. People are weird. Sorry for the listeners. So what's happening here is basically, I feel like I don't really explain the things that I watch because I feel like people just naturally watching me on YouTube. But no, I've got more listeners than YouTube. So those that are listening, basically there's this woman that's come across a bee and has kind of has fed the bee, and now the bee won't go away, essentially. The bee would go away, but I think she won't let it go away. I feel like she's just kind of keeping it hostage in a way. Made a nice little room for it and stuff. Started kissing it, holding the bee in her hand and started kissing it. Yeah, man. Don't want to be, discriminating anyone, but there we go. I'll just leave it as that. Speaking about befriending stuff, I want to befriend a fox. I think foxes are pretty cool. Those of you who has had me on Instagram and has been a true follower since day one when I was doing just audio podcasts, I used to have this fox. There was something wrong with it. I used to live on the top floor of a flat. That's like a 2-floor flat, and I think there was something wrong with it. For some reason, it used to always sit outside. Like, it used to go inside my building. We didn't have a front door in the building, like the flat thing. It used to go inside and just literally sit by my door and like shit there and stuff. Literally shit there. Right, so check this out. Oh, what the fuck is that? What are you doing? You fucking stink. It would be like diarrhea. There was something wrong with the fox, bless it. And yeah, man, it was weird. Every like morning, I'll just come up and like the first time I noticed it was when I was walking up the stairs after work to go to my flat, and literally the fox just runs down, and I just look at it and it stopped, and I thought, fuck, like how am I gonna walk past it without? Because I don't know what foxes are like in the wild. They might have rabies. I don't want it to kind of lash out on me. So yeah, I started getting closer, and then he just stood there, and I was like, fuck, all right, I'm not going to my room. I'm not going to my house. Oh my... Hello. Alright. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, and like I was just trapped. I was like, how the fuck? I'm cold. It was cold as well. I think it was in November. I was just outside waiting for the fox to come out. I kept going, I think there's a whole, I don't know if it's on my stories thing. Oh shit, looks like it's gonna pounce on me. Fuck that, man. Come on, let me go. And it just wanted to, I could tell the fox just wanted to be warm, just wanted to be kind of sat like in a corner somewhere. And I think because my flat was the top floor, like it just knew that, you know, no one could get to him or her. And but I couldn't get to my flat, so I actually got my neighbour to come out and just be like, "Can you help me, mate? Like this fox won't go." And he come out like, "Come on, shoo." And the fox went, and it come back up, but it stunk. It kept shitting outside the flat, like by my door. All right, you could go. We're all friends here. Get the fuck away from me, man. Go on. Good boy. Fuck's sake. Yeah, it was all sorts. There was something wrong with it. It had infections. The only reason I found out is because I called a fox rescue thing, and they said, "Look, we're sending over a trap, and I want you to set it up, and trap the fox." But then one time the fox was there. Like I tried to call them and say, "Can't you just come now and get it? It's there." And they're just like, "No, look, we send it over to you." And then what happened? And then this was going on for a good like week or two, probably 2 weeks, because at one point the fox didn't come back for like a day or two, and then it come back again. I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And then I just let it. I started putting some tuna on the floor. I felt bad, man. I felt bad. It was cold. He looked skinny. He wasn't eating. I even put tuna. He didn't even eat his tuna. My neighbour was annoyed because he was just like, "Mate, this fox won't fucking move." Like, it's literally like where I lived, like opposite me, there was another door as well for the neighbour, but for some reason the fox would always stay next to my door, and every time he would come out, you would see the fox, and the fox's poo everywhere, and it would just smell like the smell was horrible. It was just, you could tell the fox was dying basically. And then I called the rescue person. I was like, "Look, the fox is there. Come and get it now, please. It's a charity. Can't remember what the charity's called." But they come and they took the fox. It was quite hard. They actually caught it in a net. And then they started treating it. And they actually, like, I think it took a week for them to treat the fox. They brought it back because they have to bring it back where they're based. I don't know why. Kind of makes sense why. So they brought it back, and like by my flat there was like a bit of like a communal garden bit at the back. So set it free there.
Nearly gave me a heart attack.
Oh, there she is. Hello. It's the same one. Wow.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look, lovely.
Hello, mate. Ah, that's it. And it never come back. I sometimes see it. I used to see it though, because they operated the fox. Like, had like a patch at the back. Don't know if any of that made sense. But yeah, I feel like I've gone on about it for too long now. I just had to explain myself. But yeah, man, that fox was a G. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called something like, I can't remember what the fox was called. Yeah, I want to get on the questions now. I didn't really want to. I don't want to overstay my welcome. I think that's the best way I could describe it. I want to, do this quickly and kind of get it done and out of the way, and that's my final episode done. And now I could kind of do what I want instead of kind of keeping in my head. I've got this like plan, or in my head I've got this way like a podcast should be. So I just want to get this done and out of the way, and then I'm going to start releasing more I'm going to start releasing more content. I know some of my podcasts helps you guys with like mental health and stuff like that. So I probably will keep that up. I probably will have my moments where I come and sit down, get my mic on, turn my mic on and literally talk about something that I'm feeling. I don't know, anything. But it won't be like an hour or 35 minute long podcast. It'll just be kind of short, 15, 12 minutes, proper edited as well, like well edited. And then again, like I said, this is the end of, let's say, season 1. I will come back to doing podcasts, just not yet. Just I want to sort my head out for a bit. I've got so much planned as well. I'm going holiday. I've got weddings. I've got all sorts, you know what I mean? So I'll probably vlog a lot and, you know, put them all together and upload, but that's about it. And that's it really. I don't want to, I want to feel more excited about uploading. I want to feel more excited about YouTube and making content instead of thinking, oh, I've got to do a podcast. I need to get guests sorted for my podcast, stuff like that. I don't want to limit this channel just purely for podcasts. I want to upload a lot more to it, you know, have it say how it is. It'll still be very natural. It'll still be me saying it how it is. Yeah, man. Just before we get on the questions, I want to talk about me fasting. I'm just doing it for one day, which is rubbish. Not for religious reasons, respectfully. You know, I really respect what Muslims do, what, you know, the whole fasting period, the Ramadan period. I think it's amazing. It's really good for you. And even the cause and why people do it, I think it's beautiful. I'm not a Muslim. You know, I don't believe in God yet. You know, I wanna believe in God. But I'm doing this because for some reason my girlfriend chatted to my mum, and then my mum mentioned about Ramadan. She's like, I'll do it. And I was like, no, you won't. And then she's like, all right, this Saturday or Sunday we'll do it. And I was like, right, let's just do it then. Last time I did it, I was 12 when I used to believe in God. If you want to kind of look into fasting, do your own research. You're only going to see positives. So I'm just kind of challenging myself, see if I can do it. I can't drink. I can't eat. And the next, like, I think the last time you could drink is like, so basically I can't drink or eat until 7:45 today. So whenever the sun sets. So when the sun's setting, that's when you can start eating. So yeah, basically a whole day of no food, no drink. I even went gym. I went sauna. I was staying in the sauna for 20 minutes. I was suffering. I got out and thinking I need to drink water. But now I'm just firming. I'm just really making sure, I'm making sure my body suffers today. It's nice to suffer a bit, man. It's nice to get yourself to suffer a bit so you appreciate the little things in life. And that's one of the main reasons I'm doing it, without sounding like, you know, I'm being anti-religious and stuff. You know, I'm just being honest. I'm not doing it for religious reasons just because I don't believe in it. She's made a promise to my mum, and I thought, right, let me support her by doing it with her. Feel alright. What's the time now? So it's 1:30 p.m. and I feel alright so far. I'm a bit thirsty. I could do with water. But I'm alright, man. And yeah, I've got 6 more hours to do. 6 more hours to go. But yeah, no, I'm sweet. I think it's fine. It's going to make me feel cleansed. It's a challenge. I like to make myself feel something. I feel like at the moment I'm walking around and feeling like nothing really. I don't feel like there's anything kind of going on at the moment in my life. So I feel like I just want to kind of suffer a little bit more. A bit more suffering. It makes me appreciate it. Good things in life. But yeah, there's that, man. No more depression speaking. So let's get on the questions. Who's your next guest? I'm sorry, man. I'm not bringing on no more guests. I'm kind of done at the moment. Like I said, once I feel like I can do something with this podcast thing, then I will. But yeah, at the moment, I'm not really planning on getting any guests. I'm not, unless I meet someone cool and I'm like, right, come do a podcast with me. What else? Right, zombie apocalypse. Do you think you could survive? No, I cannot. I'll be the first few to just die. I'm not made. Like, saying that, I'm trying to do this, fasting. I'm trying to suffer, but I'm not made to suffer. I just about could like pee in public, you know. I can't poo in public. I have to hold that in. I have to hold that shit in. Pun intended. You know, I can't do it. So I'm probably the first few to die. I could lead. I could communicate. I think I could lead. I can't really lead. I've won my first. I've won a Fortnite by leading. If you haven't played the latest Fortnite, it's sick. They've stopped the whole building thing. Before I used to hate Fortnite because of the whole building thing, but since they've taken the building thing out, we start building like stuff. Those who don't know Fortnite, it's a shooting game. It's a battle royale game similar to the Call of Duty one, Warzone. We go around shooting people, but with Fortnite, a lot of people, what they did was, I'll see someone, I go to shoot them and they start building some barrier in front of them, so I have to shoot through the barrier. Like, it's like instant build and stuff. It's so annoying. Kids love it. I play with my girlfriend's nephew, and he's like 6 years old, And he's like, I hate the new update with no building. I'm like, how? This is beautiful. I'm winning so much now that the fact that there's no building thingy. But yeah, kids love it though. Kids like love the whole building thing, but I don't. What was I saying? Yeah, so check me out. I uploaded it on YouTube, but I'm going to be streaming Twitch because I've got a whole gaming layout here. It's sick, man. This new podcast gaming room is amazing. I love spending time here now. So check it out. Yeah. What was I going with that? Yeah, I'll be dead. I'll be dead on survival zombies and that. My aiming will be good. You know, if I had a sniper and stuff, I'll be able to do some good aiming. If I was in a secure environment on the roof somewhere with my own toilet, then yeah, big stretch. But yeah, no, I'll be the first to die, which is a shame, really. It'd be nice to kind of see it through, you know, like who's that guy from Walking Dead? Rick Grimes, I think that's his name. Rick Grimes. Yeah. I'll be the first to die. I'm not a Rick Grimes material. What will I do? I'll do all sorts to live, you know. I'll be loyal though. That's one thing. You know, my team, I'll be loyal. You know. If my mate's getting off with another girl, I won't go to that girl. If I don't have, you know, if I was single at the time and my girlfriend's dead or something, you know, during the whole zombie thing, you know, I'll respect that. Unless they want to populate and they need like an Asian, you know, thing and they want to do it naturally, then I'm happy to. This camera's sick. Look. Yeah, so the first zombie apocalypse, I'll be dead. How's your mental health? Oh, bless you, man. Yeah, my health, it's good. It's good so far. I've not had panic attacks yet. It's been well maintained. It's something that I did want to actually discuss, but I forgot. I think I'm doing all right so far. There's a few things that's kind of happening in my personal life that I'm just taking it in. But like when it comes to kind of panic attacks and stuff that I had before, that's calmed down a lot. I feel like there's a lot more, you know, especially with planning for the future and stuff like that. I've kind of got it under control. And that's what's helping a lot. I feel like at the moment what I'm doing, I feel like at the moment I'm kind of being distant from like a lot of people, which is bad as it sounds. I'm still in touch with everyone. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm talking to everyone, but I'm just not really kind of going out of my way. I just don't really feel like going out as much anymore. I sound so depressed, but honestly, I'm happy. Like I just can't. I don't know, man. I'm really like just kind of in my own little bubble at the moment in my head, and I just can't. I'm trying to figure it out myself, but when it comes to happiness and stuff, and like, you know, feeling like how I used to speak about the panic attacks I used to get, when my heart would just start pounding randomly, and I'm just like, that's calmed down a lot. You know, I've chilled down on weed as well, and it's not like that didn't help. That helped a lot, but it got to a point where I'll just sit there and think, I don't really need weed anymore. Like, it's not a thing that I'd do it to just chill out, but I won't really do it like I used to. Drinking's the same as well. I enjoy a drink. I love a drink, but again, I'm just like, I've stayed clear of drinking for a while. Not that I've had an issue before, but yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate stuff like that. Appreciate a little, you know, are you doing all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. I think Nico helped me a lot. Getting the dog has helped me a lot. It's kept me busy. I don't want to get dark, but it's kept me from doing and thinking certain things that I used to think. It's just stopped me from doing all those. It's stopped me thinking those things. It's kind of given me a purpose to live in a non-emo way. It's just, I don't know, man. I love it. I think he's a great little dog. He's really helped me out. I've really like tested my patience. You know, I'm training him well, I feel like. And yeah, now I've moved in with my girlfriend. I feel like it's now she's got a cat as well, beautiful cat. That's helped a lot, you know, keeping myself busy doing all this, having my own little setup here, and just having that person that I kind of speak to sometimes, you know, like I'm not always holding things to myself, because it got to a point where I mean, I was single for a year and I was living on my own for a year. So I was really in my head, and I still am. I'm not saying that I'm fully not in my head. I'm always 24/7 in my head, like just talking to myself. But yeah, I think the company has been helping. I think I'm also I was just also got to a point where I was just used to living on my own. So it got, now I'm just readjusting to my life now, not living on my own, which is still fun. I love a cuddle, you know, winter season, all sorts, love it. But yeah, man, so there's that. But yeah, like I said, thank you for asking. You're a G. What else, man? What else? I don't know. I've answered these before. Some of these questions I get, man, they're just like, don't you watch my podcast to ask them? Because this person asked me this before, like, what's your 5-year plan and stuff? And she's like, what? You've already asked me this. Who is the real Alvi? Stuff like that. It's just like, what are you talking about, man? Like, these little things are just, I don't know. Anyway, what is the one thing that you refuse to share? Oh, I'm not sharing that, am I? Oh, what happened there? Oh, that looks pretty cool. If you had the power to shrink anything and take it with you, what would you do with it? What? If you had the power to shrink anything and take it with you, what would you do with it? What do you mean? What would I do with it? If I shrink anything, what would you do with it? I'll shrink Nico, man. He's huge. I thought I was getting a Jack Russell, but I got a Lurcher, I think, instead. He's massive. After 3 months, he just kept growing. I'll shrink him a little. And what would I do with him? I'll just tell him to sit and stuff, you know? Yeah, I don't know. He's just got a huge, like, out of nowhere. Cool. Ooh, that's a good question. Bloody hell, mate. What's a holiday that doesn't exist that you'd like to create? That doesn't exist that I would like to create. Mad question. I don't really rate the sun, man. It's nice sometimes, like the spring, but when it's really sunny, I get headaches. I don't really like it when it's really sunny. So, I think I have a country where it's like spring all the time. Or not even a country, a location where it's spring all the time, you know? And then it'll be a nice breeze, so it's not hot all the time. You get the nice breeze. I don't really like sandy beaches because sand just gets everywhere. Yeah. Where else was I going with that? A lot of nice people, friendly people around that's just like willing to just be friends with. No one's judging anyone, you know. I wear Crocs and what? I wear Crocs with socks. Let me do what I want. I'll have that. So I have like, if we're talking about if I could control how people think and stuff, people not judging me wearing Crocs with socks. Speaking of that, I'm going to order some now. What else, man? Yeah, some weird questions though this time. It's like people knew that I was having a solo podcast. It's not a question that I'll ask my guests. If you were a pair of shoes, what kind would you be? I would be Yeezys. But the 350s, I love them, man. I've got some actually. If anyone wants to buy some, I've got some. I'll put some pictures up. No, I don't want to. Just, yeah, it'll probably be gone by the time. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Similar to my the question that I asked my guests, my new guests, your death row meal. You know, if you're about to die, what would you eat? It would have to be, for the rest of my life, it would have to be favourite fried chicken. Now, you get bored of that though, don't you? No, but if I don't have a choice and if I want one thing, what one thing that you won't get bored of? You'll get bored of anything that you have all the time anyway. So you might as well have something that you just like. You know what I mean? I don't know. People say you just get bored of it, but yeah. But you'll get bored of anything that you eat anyway. So what do you eat? No matter what I say, I'll get bored of if I'm eating it every day, you know? Think about your question, mate. Think about it. Stop asking stupid questions. But yeah, it would be favourite fried chicken. I'll get like 3 wings, 1 piece chicken, and maybe a burger on top. And then Fanta orange. God, speaking about food while fasting, myth. What's your favourite movie so far? You know what? I watched the Batman and it's sick. Batman was so dark. I keep listening to the theme tune as well. I got it on Spotify. It's amazing. It's actually really good. It's dark, man. It's more realistic. And I don't know what they were doing with the whole classic look and like the modern look as well. They were using classic cars, but then also had like modern stuff like iPhones and stuff, which I found quite interesting. But yeah, man, like the whole fighting scene where Batman would be like looking into the person's eye whilst beating them up, mate, that's deep, man. If someone's fighting you and they look into your eye, like Will Smith slapping Chris, did he even look into his eyes? Probably. Oh, that's dark, man. That's dark. Some guys were shooting at him and he was like walking through and he's like looking into their eyes like bang, bang. Like, oh, mate, I wish I was Batman. Why am I not Batman? I need to suffer. Hopefully doing Ramadan makes me Batman at the end of the day. You know, I've suffered enough. I'm going to eat. Was that rude? I don't know. People doing it the whole month and I'm just doing it a day and I'm just like struggling. I'm not struggling actually. I'm doing all right. Because I do keto and I do intermittent fasting. I do keto. I do keto like Monday to Friday, and then the weekend I don't. But then the intermittent fasting, I do it every day pretty much. So I don't eat breakfast. I stop eating at 8 p.m. Try to stop eating at 8 p.m. and then my next food will be lunch, which is at 12 or 1. Yeah, I think we're done with this episode, man. Anyway, I'm gonna plug my Twitch. I'm gonna plug my. I think so that if you want constant update from me, if you're a true fan and just love listening to my voice, add me on Twitch or subscribe or however it works, because I'm streaming games. I'll probably be talking shit. You know, this camera's sick, man. I love this camera. Right. Yeah. But yeah, so this is not like a goodbye or anything. I'm still going to be uploading content, but just podcasts and stuff will kind of chill out for a bit until I'm fully ready mentally and physically. So yeah, man, subscribe, like, do what you got to do. I'm out.